Hello there. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to day 21 of 30 Days of Thanks Live with Trueheart Speaks. I am Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I speak life mentor. Here to help you to get out of your own way and get to the business of living so that you can do life well. And so we are officially live and in full effect. Hey there, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. What's the matter, Pooh? Hey, Fee. Hey. Hey, Shermani. Hey, everybody. Hey, Stace. Hey, Aminata.
I was going to tell you that, did you forget to pack my stuff?
No, I didn't forget to pack your stuff. Hey, Erica. Hey, Jill. Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 21 of 30 Days of Thanks. Can you believe it? We have 9 more days to go. We have been in this thing. We have been in like Flynn. We are reading from my book, 30 Days of Thanks. 30 daily devotions for cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Hey, Monique. Hey, Adriana. Hey, everybody popping in. Hey, Julia. Hey there. Hey, King Ace. Hey, hey, hey. What's good, everybody? And so good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, depending upon where you are in this world. I'm learning that you all are not on the East Coast like I am. Hey, Tiffany. And so if you've been with me since day one, you know that we've been reading from my book, and we've been talking about being thankful. And really, again, it's a lifestyle, right? And so if this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you come on in. And if you're on Periscope, make sure you swipe right on the iPhone up on the Android and you want to share, hit the little person, make sure you're following me. I'm live every single Monday morning for the Morning Life Scope, where I give you your dose of Monday motivation. And then for the month of November, we're together literally Monday through Friday. So Monday through Thursday, we're here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fridays at noon. And so winning 2 days in a row, right? Hey, Tamika. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Mario. Hey, everybody joining in. Maureen. I've seen a couple of other faces on Facebook. And so not good morning, good evening, because we're normally together during the morning time. And so, hey, Love Life E, how are you? It has been a minute. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the likes. Come on. And so here's the thing. If you like what I'm saying, make sure you double tap that screen and give some hearts. Obviously, if you have the journal that goes along with this book and you're taking notes and you're highlighting and all that juiciness, there's nothing wrong with that either. But hey, 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 everybody. Hey, hey, hey. So I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm going to share. And so if you're on Facebook, please share, and let folks know we're live. Tell them to join in right now, because we're getting ready to get this party started. And so I'm going to do my due diligence. Again, I'm going to share on all of the pages that I'm connected with. I'm going to also share on Twitter via Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, Periscope. And then those of you who are on Instagram, at some point, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to get a share button. But thank you for those super hearts, Adriana. I love them. I love them. I love them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So y'all give me a second to share, and we will get started. How has everybody's Tuesday been? Has it been a good Tuesday? I hope it has been a good Tuesday. It has been a long Tuesday for me. I have to get some stuff situated tonight, and good. So yeah, so you all make sure y'all are sharing. All right. So yeah, so you all, if you can, make sure you share right now. Share. Everybody who's on, if you can share, hit share on your phone or on your computer. And let folks know we are live, and tell them, say, join. Today is going to be a good day. We're talking about beginnings and open doors. And I told you all the last 10 days are just like super juicy. And you know, I can't even tell you. Thanks for sharing. Mario, I think somebody else just shared. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's see here. Hey, Alonzo 2980. And so those of you who are live, hey, Boss Lady, how are you, love? Hello. All right, so I'm going to share on one more page, and we are going to get this party started. I think we're good. All right, so let's get this party started right. So if you have, so I have links on Facebook that you can buy the book either on Amazon or on my website. Hey Faye, good evening. Hey Donald Duck 20. Hey everybody joining. I'm good and tired. I know you are working. Work. I'm good. Hey Adia. Hey Boo. What's up? So I'm checking everybody out on Facebook, Periscope, and Instagram. Good evening, everybody. And depending upon where you are in this world, good morning or good afternoon. I am Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I speak life mentor, speaker, author, ministry leader, strategist. Was looking for me? Yes. It took me a couple of minutes. I had to get the little person bathed and in his PJs. I had to get his little dinner situated. We've been running and doing all kinds of stuff, and so he wasn't hungry, and then he was. If you have kids, you know all of that. Hey sis, how are you? Robin? Hey Tyra? Hey Melina? I see y'all popping in like popcorn. So let's double tap. Let me just see where y'all are. Hey Boo, leaving work. Long day, huh? Just leaving work. Yes. Be looking into purchasing a book for my wife. Thank you. As always, I'm truly a fan. Thank you. And you know what? It's not just for women. So if you want to purchase a book for you too, you can, right? It's definitely not a women's book. I mean, obviously, maybe men don't buy devotionals. Y'all see that little thing right there? Huh? Say hi.
Hi.
See, come over here. Over here, say hi. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Yes. So you can purchase your own book. Like, I know it might seem like it's, like men don't buy devotionals, but you can totally have your own book, and you don't necessarily have to camouflage and say, you're getting it for your wife, but you're really getting it for yourself. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to shout you out like that. But yes, please get one for your wife. And here's the thing, you all, you can get these as Christmas gifts. The holidays are coming up. If you know people who are readers, people who might love this thing, if you have churches who might be interested in like doing a women's study or a women's Bible study, and you want to do like book or bulk ordering, please, hit me up, DM me, message me, all that good stuff. Hey Nikita, how are you, love? So that we can get y'all, in your study groups. And I see you, Robin, and I'm ignoring your message. But yeah, so trueheartspeaks.com/30 days of thanks, or you can go to Amazon. You can purchase the book. If you want the book and the journal together, it's $25 on my website only, because I can give you that discount there. If you buy it on Amazon, you'll have to pay $30. You'll pay $15 and $15 for each book. So with that being said, let's, you getting tired? Okay. Hey, Lorinda, co-author of Dear Fear. Hello, love. So let's jump into the book. We are on day 21. Let me open this up. And we are talking about beginnings and open doors. And so it starts off by saying every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And then we'll go into, which I think is really cool, because as we'll talk about tomorrow it says evening, I'm woke. You woke, boo? And so tomorrow we will talk about endings and closed doors. But the interesting thing is that, like, when you're starting something, it's the start of something that comes from something else's end, right? DearFearBook.com. Yes, so if you're interested in Lorinda's book, my biz bestie Stephanie Valentine co-authored with Tiana Patrice, you can go to DearFearBook.com. DearFearBook.com. 20 authors, powerful stories. I think the book is $21.99 on the website, Amazon. You want to go and you want to support them. Okay? So let's jump into the book. So it says the countdown has begun. We are just 9 days away from completing our 30 days of thanks journey together. As we count down to day 30, today we want to give thanks for beginnings and open doors. Yes, we are walking in great expectation of what God is getting ready to do in our lives. And now is the time to give thanks for every opportunity coming our way, as well as our next new phase in this journey called life. Nothing can end unless it once began. So take a moment to think about some of your beginnings. Think about how some of the greatest and worst times of your life began. If you think about it, some of the best times didn't start out so great, and some of your worst times didn't start out so horribly. Interesting, right? But we still give thanks for all of them. There were some things in your life that you did unexpectedly, and by taking that first step, you wondered why you didn't take the step sooner. I don't know about you, but like if you think about some stuff that maybe you had done and you're like, dang, why did it take me so long to do this, right? Like once you got started, right? And it says there can be no finish line if there is no starting point. There can be no closing if there isn't an opening. Nothing just matures out of the blue without first having been formed, developed, and cultivated. You have to start somewhere, or your somewhere may be right where you are. And your somewhere might be where you are. Let me read that again. You have to start somewhere, and your somewhere may be right where you are. However, no matter where you begin, no matter where your starting point may be, take some time today to be thankful that you got started. Be thankful for a new day, a new week, a new month, a new year, a new season, a new perspective, new friends, new outlook on life, new mercies every day, new business, new career, new family, and anything else you can think of. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? When I think about the word beginning and what it means, I believe that many of us are in a critical stage in life where we have just begun something or are getting ready to begin something. However, you will never fully begin to experience it because you're too afraid to take the first step. You can't get moving without starting. As the 30 days of thanks ends in the next few days, just know that now is the time for you to start giving thanks for your new beginnings and every open door that will follow. The time is now, and you have to be open for what is getting ready to come your way. If you expect nothing, that is exactly what you will get. You can't wait for it to happen. You need to be giving thanks because you anticipate it already happening. On another note, many of you are at a strategic place in your life where you feel as though where you are isn't where you're supposed to be. You feel like you should be further along and things should be better than what they are. Zechariah 4:10 in the NLT version says, do not despise these small beginnings. Despise not the day of just starting out. Despise not the day of making the necessary mistakes now so that you can sort out the kinks for later. Don't take your beginnings and open doors for granted. You have to start somewhere, so be thankful for where you are. Keep in mind that although this is where you will begin, it is not where you will finish. I will say that again. Although this is where you will begin, it is not where you will finish. But that only applies to those who begin to develop a consistent attitude of gratitude along the journey, and most importantly, for those who get started. You can get in the car, turn on the ignition, and put your seatbelt on, but if you don't take the car out of park, you aren't going anywhere. And so for some of us, if you think about where you are now as opposed to where you were when you first started, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be making the progress that you're making. You wouldn't have made it this far had you not started. And so for some of us, we always kind of take that stuff for granted. We take the new beginnings, the small beginnings for granted. Do not despise the small beginnings, right? Do not despise the day of small beginnings, right? Because at the end of the day, you need those small beginnings. Those little small beginnings, those little small habits that you're putting together turn into huge blessings as you, take the car out of park, as you begin to do the work. As you begin to do the work. And so this is so in alignment with what we talked about Monday for the Morning Life Scope. Good evening, everybody joining in on 30 Days of Thanks Live. We are reading from my book, 30 Days of Thanks, 30 Daily Devotions for Cultivating an Attitude of Gratitude. And I think, for many of us, we have to get to a place where we got to stop. And it's so interesting because I'm just talking about Lorinda's, the book that she's a part of is called Dear Fear. So many of us won't get started because we're afraid. So many of us are afraid of new beginnings. Where so many of us know that the season that we're in right now is over, but we won't start because we're afraid of the new. We're afraid of what we're getting ready to walk into. But at the end of the day, you want God to bless you with new. You want new opportunities. You want new things to happen. You want open doors, but you won't walk through the door. And so when opportunity comes, you miss out because you're afraid. You hesitate, you procrastinate, all of that juiciness. And so I think we have to give thanks for beginnings and open doors because at the end of the day, you cannot finish if you never start. Point blank, period. You cannot finish if you never start. And so for some of you, the key is literally putting the car, like you are in the car. You turned on the ignition. You put your seatbelt on, but you didn't take the car out of park, or you didn't take the car out of reverse. You didn't back out, right? You didn't move forward. You didn't put it in drive, right? We're also afraid of being successful. We are absolutely afraid of being successful. For many of us, the reason why we won't come out of where we are is we're comfortable with mediocrity. We're comfortable with where we are because we know this. We're familiar with this. And so when we step into a level of success, when we step into taking that first step into something that could literally catapult us into like something bigger, many of us are not even sure that we can handle it. Like we want it, but we're not sure that we can manage it. When we see it start manifesting, we start to take steps back as opposed to taking steps forward. And so those, being thankful for those beginnings, being thankful for those open doors. Like for me, why ask God to open a door if you're not going to go into it? Like we have these prayers like, you know, can you just open a door for me? Can you give me favor? Can you? And he'll connect you with somebody who will give you an opportunity and you hesitate. Why? Because you're afraid. Sometimes you're afraid of messing up. Sometimes you're afraid of failing. Sometimes you're afraid that you'll get into it and you'll do a real, like for me, I know there was at one point in time where I was really afraid of excelling because I was like, dang, am I going to be able to keep it up? Am I going to be able to maintain this? Am I going to be able to, like, am I going to mess up the growth? Am I going to mess up the success? And so, like, you know, comfortable with mediocrity, Lord have mercy. Yes. And so many of us, we literally have to get out of that thing and thank God for this new beginning that we're getting ready to walk into. This stuff, the stuff that you pray about, the stuff that you've been journaling about, the stuff that you've been talking to God about, you got to start somewhere. And so we thank God for beginnings. We thank God for the start. We thank God also for the finish line, but you can't get to the finish line if you don't start. You can't even get to the starting point if you don't put your shoes on. You can't even put your shoes on if you didn't go buy the shoes, if you didn't prepare yourself for the race. And so for some of us, we want to get to the finish line, but we haven't put our shoes on. We haven't even gotten to the point of the beginning. You can't be grateful for the ending and the closed doors, which we'll talk about tomorrow, if you can't accept and walk in and be grateful for it and not despise the starting point. What's the matter, Bo? Come here. And so we have to let go of the fear. We have to let go of the overthinking. We have to let go of the hesitation. Like we got to let go of all of that. And we just got to move. You may have to put some different PJs on. You want me to put something on your back? And so, so that's the lesson. So let me do the journal assignment and we'll go back to having more conversation about this. Okay. You got to hold on. Let me read. Okay. Fear of excel, absolutely. Be grateful for being in the midst too, between the beginning and the end. Oh, absolutely, Lorinda. Like sometimes, hold on, Pooh. For many of us, you got to sit back so the people can see. Hold on, you can't read out loud right now. So I think, you know, that's huge, right? Being in the beginning. So when you've started, right? And that goes back to what we talked about on Monday for the morning life scope when I talked about stick with it. It will come in time. Like once you've gotten started, right? Don't despise small beginnings. Like sometimes what will happen is we're in the middle. We've started. We're not at the end. We're in the middle and we're kind of stuck in the middle. And really because it's not going as fast as we want it to go, or it's not moving in the way we think it should move, or it's not happening in the way we think it should happen. And so we have to even get to that place where, as I talked about, if you missed Monday's morning life scope, go back and check it out, that we have to get to a place where we can be grateful, like Lorinda said, for being in the midst of it, right? Being right in the middle of the beginning and the ending. So not only you can appreciate where you're coming from, but you can appreciate where you're going. Don't get so comfortable or don't get so caught up in not being where you are or not being where you're going that you miss the opportunity to be grateful for it. We're right here at the journal assignment. So I'm going to read the journal assignment and then we'll talk a little bit more. So it says, take some time today to give thanks for your beginnings. Give thanks for your open doors. Give thanks for having the courage to get started and taking the first step. Write down some of your most memorable beginnings and why they are so important to you. Take some time to think about and write down what you need to be starting at this very minute, but haven't because you've been complaining about where you want to be instead of where you are. Maybe you haven't started because of fear. Write down what you are afraid of. Lastly, once you have them identified, then I want you to write down why you haven't taken the necessary steps, and then devise a plan so that you can begin to take your first step. So I'm going to read that again. This is me, things not moving as fast as I'd like, the struggle, yes. And so you got to pace yourself, right? We have to remember that we are not in a sprint, we are in a marathon, right? We're totally not in a sprint. We are in a marathon, and we have to remember that there is a process that goes along with what we're going through, right? And so when we understand that this is a process, when we understand that it's not an overnight thing, stop, child. When you understand that it's not an overnight thing, then we understand that there are certain things like, and here's the thing, and I always go back to the butterfly for whatever reason, I don't know why. But if you think about where you are, Aminata, and you think about the butterfly, you think about the cocoon, the caterpillar in the cocoon, and you think about the development period, there is a certain level of time, there's a certain time period that they have to go through. Stop laughing, Lorinda, because there's a certain time period that it has to be in the cocoon to be fully developed before it can break out. First of all, before it can even break out of the cocoon. And I believe that the wings have to be strong enough to break out of the cocoon. And then the wings have to be strong enough to fly. And so you got to make sure that the process that you're going through is strengthening you so that you can be strong enough to fly. Some of us want to get out there and fly with these weak wings, that these wings that we have not gotten, that we have not prepared and that we have not done the work for. And so we get out there, and when we're not ready and when we fail, then we're mad at everybody but ourselves because we rushed the process. Stop rushing the process. Now, I will tell you, stop stagnating the process, because sometimes y'all are taking forever that by the time you show up, you've missed out because you've hesitated. And so there is a balance between knowing when to kind of like move and get your butt in gear, and when to get to a place where, you need to let the process manifest and do what it needs to do. All right, so let's do the prayer. Lord, on this 21st day of thanks, we want to say thank you for another day. We thank you for the ability to start and for new beginnings. We're thankful that we have a spirit of expectation and are excited about what is getting ready to happen in our lives. We understand that you know the end from the beginning. Therefore, we know that where we start matters not, so long as you are directing our path. After today, we will no longer take our small beginnings for granted. We will do our part so that you can do your part. We will move forward into our new beginnings without hesitation. The time is now, and for this, we are forever grateful. Amen.
Amen.
So let's just, give thanks for the small beginnings. And I think for some of us, we're at a place where, we have progressed. And so my thing for you is don't forget where you came from. Don't forget how you started. Don't forget, I'm not saying go back there, but sometimes we forget the work that we put in. We kind of just take it for granted. And so, child. Mm-hmm. And so don't forget, right, the beginnings. Don't forget the open doors. Don't forget where God has brought you from. Don't forget where God has taken you to. And for some of you, if where you are is in a place where you feel like you're stagnated, or you feel like you're stalled, or you feel like you want to make sure that first of all, you want to see if you're actually the reason why you're stagnating your progress. The next thing is you want to get to a place where, I'm missing some comments over here. Hold on. It says, I've done that before. It says, thank you. Hold on. Let me see if I can see the spiritual contemplation as you transition between one door closing and another opening. Yes. Let me look here because I missed some comments over here. Where are we? Okay. All right. I can't really see them. So I see y'all commenting, but I can't see them. Okay. Y'all laughing at me and my twin. Hold on. trying to see if I can, this video is not doing what I wanted to do on the one side. So I see comments on one, but I don't see them over here. Okay. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I get it. I need to have patience. Thank you. So I've done that before. Spiritual. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. There we go. I was missing a whole bunch of y'all comments. So I missed like a couple of comments that I saw, but then I missed out. Okay. All right. So with that being said, how was today, right? So I think, you know, we definitely don't want to rush the process, but we also don't want to stagnate it. And so today, really the focus is on just being thankful for beginnings, right? Being thankful for where you are. Like when we talked about yesterday and we talked about that foundation, making sure we have that firm foundation, right? Your small beginning, right? Your beginning, no matter what it is, whether it's a small beginning or a big beginning, is the foundation. And so you don't want to, it's kind of like building a building on a weak foundation. And so for some of us, child,
What?
Can you go back there and sit down?
I'm tired.
Well, go lay down, because while you making faces, I'm trying to talk. Thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoyed this. So, so the idea is we don't want to create a building on a weak foundation. We don't want to don't want to build a building on a cracked foundation. We don't want to do that. And so I think it's important for us to pay attention to what we're being thankful for, why we're being thankful for, and also understanding that there's process to it, right? It's not an overnight thing. And so some of us want it to be an overnight thing, but it's not an overnight thing. Right? So with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta put this little person in bed. And so how was that? I didn't get a chance to, hey Erin, hey Dana, congratulations on that bundle of joy, Dana. Welcome Erin. So you guys, we're just closing out. When we finish, go back and check out the replay. Those of you who have been joining us, make sure you go back and you share, let folks know about day 21, 30 days of thanks, day 21, being thankful for beginnings and open doors. And I think that's it. So I will most assuredly see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be on the road, so I'm not sure where I will be tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Erica is saying good night, Stinky Feet.
Wait, where?
Right there.
Good night.
Hey! Hello, Michael from Baltimore. We're just closing out, so make sure you go back and check the replay out.
What does that say?
That says that's good. That's what that says.
No, not that.
What's what?
Right here.
It says day 21. Be thankful for beginnings and open doors. Okay,
Read the whole
so
thing.
love you and good night, and you're welcome. Stop, Pooh. Thank you so much. So like I said, I'm not sure where I'm going to be. Stop, child. I'm not sure where I'm going to be, and I'm not sure, like, you know, how many devices that I'm going to have. So hopefully those of you, if nothing else, I'll definitely probably be on Facebook. So if you don't have Facebook, I'll try to do Facebook and Periscope. And only because I know Facebook and Periscope, you can do more, like it's more than a 24-hour recording. So if you're on Instagram, make sure you're checking me out on Facebook. Make sure you go to facebook.com/Trueheart Speaks and make sure you are following me. So those of you, make sure you click notifications so that you can see when I go live. Because it will be at 10 o'clock. Again, I just don't know like where I'm going to be. I'll just be honest. Like we may have arrived, but we might still be in the car. So y'all will just kind of, you know, work with me for tomorrow. And thank you, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
So Auntie Robin says good night, nephew.
Where?
Right here. Today was great. I'm thankful.
Good night, Auntie Robin.
All right. So you want to say good night to everybody else?
Bye, everybody.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody on this one.
Yes.
Bye, everybody on this one.
Absolutely. And so, again, if you have yet to get your book, you can go to trueheartspeaks.com/30 days of thanks. If you're on Facebook, you can hit either one of those links. I'm on Amazon as well. Both books are on Amazon if you want the book. Thank you, Pooh. If you want the book, and then you want to turn it that way so people can see it. If you want both the book and the journal, it's $25 on my website. And if you just want to just go on Amazon and you can get them. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you all have a good night, and you can put it down now.
No, I'm just keep showing the people.
Oh, but we're gonna get ready and say goodbye.
Bye.
So goodbye, everybody, from Mini Me and I.
Hello.